Welcome back to Game Crunch, everybody, keeping you up to date with the latest in the video game world. Now, hopefully, all my fellow Canadians had a great Thanksgiving. We've got a couple topics here to get into today, including a pretty massive data breach that hit Game Freak over the weekend, leaking a lot of data and employee files. And we got a reminder from Steam, who's now giving you a warning whenever you purchase games that you don't actually own them. We'll get into all the details on that in a moment, but of course I've got to go. Actually, you know what? I was thinking today that I'm not gonna waste your time today. You know, asking you to like and subscribe and comment and do all that. I figured today, let's just skip that segment. We'll just move past it. I'm gonna cut that segment like 10 seconds or whatever out of the video, reminding you to like and subscribe. I figure we're all busy. We got a lot going on. I didn't want to, put that in there and waste my time, waste your time, being like, oh, like and subscribe helps the channel grow. I didn't feel the need to do that today. I don't know. So we're just going to skip past that. Make the video just a little bit shorter by cutting that, like and subscribe, help the channel grow. We're going to cut that completely out of the video and just kind of move things along. That way we can get to the meat and potatoes, which is really why you're here, right? We don't want to waste time with the like and subscribe and comment down below and all that crap. So you know what? Let's just skip right to it. We're just going to get right to the news. So next time, I'm going to definitely remind you guys, though, like and subscribe. This time, though, we're just going to skip right past that. So let's just get right into the first story here. Now, first up, Game Freak over the weekend acknowledged that they had a pretty massive data leak. Now, mostly it's been employee files. As far as I know, most of it's kind of gone on the internet, but this is not good stuff. Now, I just wanted to throw in, honestly, if you've played any of the recent Pokemon games, I'm honestly not even surprised. I love the Pokemon games, but these guys, they've kind of shown that maybe they're not the best at programming and all this stuff. So I don't know. I'm not surprised personally. Over 2,000 pieces of employee data, such as names, addresses, emails, and phone numbers, have leaked online following unauthorized access by a third party. The breach affects current, former, and contract employees, and Game Freak has stated that they will contact those employees that have been affected. For employees who can't be reached, such as retirees, the companies will provide details on how to address any concerns. Game Freak has since apologized for the incident and claims that the vulnerability responsible for the breach has already been fixed. This is a significant development for one of the three main companies behind the Pokemon franchise. You've got your Game Freak, your Pokemon Company, and Nintendo. Especially as the studio working on the highly anticipated Pokemon Legends ZA for Nintendo Switch. And personally, I am very excited for Pokemon ZA. I thought Legends Arceus was honestly the best Pokemon game they've done in about a decade, so hopefully they put the time and the love that they need into this game. But let's get right into the next story. Next, Steam has put out an update in their process that when you're buying a game, they want to make sure that you don't own it. You are just purchasing a license to play it. A new warning is now appearing at checkout, informing users that the digital product that they're buying is essentially just a license, which could expire or be revoked at any time. While this has always been the case, the change comes in response to a new California law that forbids digital storefronts from using terms like buy unless it's clear that users are only getting a license to play the game. Okay, and this is why I always try to buy physical. I mean, you can tell here from my collection behind me, there's just a lot more advantages to physical. Sure, it might take a little bit more effort. You maybe have to change your carts out, change your discs out, but you've got the advantage that you can lend a game, you can borrow a game, you can resell a game. That game still has value. Whereas if you buy a digital game, you buy it, that money is essentially gone. You cannot give the game to someone else. You cannot sell the game to someone else. Here, I've got a collection, and as we've known from, the old school Nintendo and the Super Nintendo and the N60, I'm trying to point here, N64, GameCube, all these games can appreciate in value too, so a lot of them actually become assets in the future. So I am a huge proponent for, please keep buying physical games. Keep buying physical games. I do not want the digital future to come. This is part of a broader debate about digital ownership as more and more games go offline permanently. Recently, Ubisoft delisted The Crew, sparking complaints from players who lost access to the game. Ivory Tower, the studio behind The Crew, has acknowledged the concerns and is now exploring ways to provide offline modes for its titles, ensuring that players get long-term access. Now, to be fair, kind of against my own argument a little bit here, I think that in the future, because if you look at like a lot of the newer games, right, Switch tends to be pretty good for this, but especially Xbox and PlayStation, the full game doesn't always come on the disc. You've pretty much always got like a day one patch, or it doesn't all fit on the disc, because you know some of these games are getting 100 gigs, 200 gigs in size, and they can't fit them all on the disc. But I think that in the future we will find ways around this. You'll probably just have to connect your console to a third-party program. It'll be like kind of like a back-end way to do it, to kind of download those files. So I'm still actually a big proponent on making sure that you're getting these physical games. But that's all we've got time for today. Let me know down below, as usual, what you think of this whole Nintendo Game Freak data breach that happened. And are you still going to keep buying digital games, or are you going to switch more to physical? Is this going to change anything for you when you buy on Steam? Now, the thing about PC, you don't really have much option with PC, right? It's digital. You can't go buy a physical PC game anymore, and this computer, for example, doesn't have a disk drive. I can't install it, so what do you even do? You're kind of screwed on PC, to be honest. But anyway, always let me know what you think down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next Game Crunch. Have a good one.